Alrighty, I've got a nice one lined up, though. Before we start, I have a question. Where's my Black Lotus? There was an agreement, I believe. So we've got myself, Retired Devil, Mac, and Mark. The squad against Daxers, Samrolf, Nate Stoyer, and Tom Martell. So really good teams. We made a preset draft here, and really looking forward to this one. I'm going to be taking Urza, passing a top and an Ugin, passing to Nate, as well as an Animate Dead and a Headliner Scarlet. So kind of unfortunate because I really like Ugin a lot too, but I think Urza's better than Ugin, though honestly, it wouldn't be crazy to me if Ugin ended up being comparable, but I think I will take the Urza here. And then second pick, one of my favorite cards in the cube actually, Balance. Had I taken Ugin, I also would have taken Balance here. I just think Balance is pretty busted and really good in artifacts, which is what Urza obviously points me to. Passing a Mystical Tutor and a Strip Mine, a Jace, Fallen Shinobi. All right. Happy enough to Balance here. And then probably just plain old Counterspell. I think that's better than Force of Negation. They're both good, but artifact decks also end up being a little light on blue cards and tend to be heavy on blue mana. So I'll do that. Passing an Ocelot Pride and a Gristlebrand and a Sin and and a Force of Negation, of course. All right, well, hopefully I've hooked Nate into some blue here. Oh, yeah, I'm not turning that down. Mishra's Workshop. And the nice part is Sam hasn't passed a whole lot of other artifact cards. I guess you can kind of count Balance. He doesn't know I first picked the Urza. So I kind of stealth artifacts here. Passing Consider, Cascade Bluffs, Taiga. I mean, Faultborn Tyrant. The Workshop is one of the better cards in the pack, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I guess I'll just take Palantir here. That's a nice one with Balance and with Workshop. Passing an Atali. So past some Animate stuff. Animate Dead, Gristlebrand, and Atali. It's possible that Nate went that direction for sure. So got to keep that in mind. And here we've got Pentad Prism, Talisman, Time Spiral. You know, I'll go with the Spiral. I don't always want Time Spiral in these decks, though it can be good. I just think Talisman and Prism, though they are good, there's a lot of cards like that, so I don't really mind taking a stab. Here there's Nexus, but I actually think I'm going to take Everflowing Chalice. I'm not the biggest Nexus fan. I haven't been super impressed with it, and I think Chalice with Workshop is awesome, and it can help cast Spiral. Lava Spur Boots can be fun in these decks, but I kind of like having Urza Saga before I do that. And here, the best card in the pack is definitely Pyrokinesis, but I think I'm just going to take Thundering Falls. I don't think I'm that likely to play Sculler. I could hate the Pyrokinesis, but I also don't know how likely it is that Nate is actually playing heavy red. So I'll just take Thundering Falls in case I end up picking up some red cards. I mean, there is a decent amount of good red artifact cards, like Third Path Iconoclast, Legion Extruder, that sort of thing. Dak Faden is also just a pretty good card. So a nice start here. First 8 picks in. An Urza and a Workshop and a Balance are all pretty heavy artifact themed cards. And then Palantir, Time Spiral, or some like kind of big stuff to do. Counterspell is just a good card. And then Everflowing Chalice is actually an artifact, which that I could use more of. But I imagine Pack 2 is going to be pretty good for those. And I don't think Pack 1 is necessarily that bad for it. I don't think Top or Ugin have any shot of wheeling here, not of this squad, but that's all right. There's Tendrils. There's a Gaia's Cradle if I get Retrofitter, but I think I just take Revoker. Yeah, it's a cheap artifact. It's solid. I don't think Proph's Identic Memory is something I'm really going to miss not having. And then here, a red-white land? Or a black-white land. The black-white land is a better land. I don't really want Zeotora's Proving Ground. I guess Evora makes blood tokens, which are artifacts, but I think I'll just take the Sunbillow Verge because there's a chance I could play that. And here I'll just hate the Deathclaw. And here I'll take Rafine and pass Ramanop. I did pass a late Strip Mine. Let's just take the Ramanop. Or not late, but I passed a Strip Mine. And then here I'll take Summon Kujata and pass the 2 green cards. Let's see. So yeah, this is a pretty good start. It'd be nice to open, something busted to go with it. Little mocks to make Balance and Urza and Workshop, all those things really pop. But I feel like I've got some good payoffs like Time Spiral and Palantir. Urza is like both a payoff and an enabler. Workshop's definitely an enabler. And then Everflowing Chalice, I think, is nice at casting these things. Oh, and Pentad Prism came back. Huge. Okay, that is awesome. That is really good. Because I was not regretting taking Prism or passing Prism for Time Spiral, but I really did like having Prism, and it's really nice getting it back here. It's unfortunate. This is a good pack, but not really for me. which is not what you want, because Chromox, Mentor, Polluted Delta. I don't really want Delta. I think I'll take the Chromox. There's also Miscalc. Chromox is very good with Balance and Time Spiral. And sometimes you can just play it if I get an Academy or something. You just play it without imprinting anything. So I think I'll take that. Chromox is a pretty messed up card, so I don't mind it. All right, now I'm taking Retrofitter. I have Urza. I don't have Academy, of course, but I might get one. There's a Chromatic Star here. There's also both blasts, Red Blast and Pyroblast. That's funny. And Fiery Confluence. This is kind of a brutal pack for me. Oh, and Urza Saga. Nice. All right, well, this is working out extremely well. Urza Saga over Ponderer, Talisman, yeah, all that stuff. A bunch of red cards coming back, so Nate does not seem to be drafting red here. But now I'm firmly ensconced in artifacts and very happy about it. These lands aren't really helping because I don't have any red cards. Though Summon Kujata is not nothing. 6 mana, 7/5 Trample Haste deals 3 damage to 2 target creatures. I mean, this is pretty good. And then next turn, nothing can block. And then the next turn, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and boom, deal damage to your opponent. Here, oh, I'll just take Caracas here. Caracas Urza is nice. It's just a good card. I'm already going to play white for balance. Passing an Emberwild Captain, a Yojimbo, Aragorn Dite. Yeah, nothing that I'm too unhappy about. And right now, these lands don't do anything. So my lands right now are actually pretty nice. Urza Saga, Workshop, and Caracas. I don't have much in the way of like fixing, but what's likely to happen here is that I'll play basically all blue cards alongside Balance, maybe like a No Moralizer or Fracture Identity or something, Path to Exile if I get one, and then the rest artifacts. So it's like I don't need that many white sources to make all that work. Ooh, and there's a little upheaval. Mightstone coming back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, probably not. That's fine though. Upheaval is excellent. And this pack has a Dak, a Jace. Probably just take Lotus Petal though. Lotus Petal is just good with all these cards. It's fixing. I do like a Dak. It's a really great card, but I think I should just take Petal here. I'm a pretty big Petal enjoyer. These aren't like the zeros I really want, but you know, I'll do what I can here. Passing a late Kitten, Dak, Jace, all those things. And then now there's a Narset and a Sword of the Meek. And I guess a blue-white land and some white cards, but I don't think I want those. I think I'll just take Narset. I do have a Time Spiral. I would be in the market for Time Twister. I've already got Retrofitter and Urza Saga, so like trying to get Thopter Sword together doesn't seem quite as necessary. And then here, I do like Sunfall in these decks, but Upheaval does a kind of the same thing. There's also Wasteland is pretty good against me. I could take Teferi. Teferi is pretty good with Balance and Counterspell. Teferi, untap 2 lands, or Retrofitter. So these are all pretty good. I don't want to get Wastelanded, but the Teferi is a lot better for my deck. I think I'll just take it. And then here, I think I'll take Mentor over Jar. Jar and Narset isn't even really a combo. Jar is, I guess, good with Workshop, but I actually think this could be a pretty good Mentor deck. And then here, I can either take Stern Scolding against creatures, take Blightsteel for Tinker, or take Tezzeret in case I get Time Vault. Let's see. Given this deck, I think I'll take Stern Scolding. It might even be a sideboard card, but that's fine. And then here, there's a Karn and a Talisman. I kind of want a Talisman here. I think Karn's okay, but I have a lot of high-end stuff, and Talismans are important to get a couple with this Workshop. And it also further opens the door for more splashing red. Take an Exercise here. Like if I get a red card I really want to play. Then I guess I'll hate Knight of Autumn. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna wheel whatever card it was in there. Was it like Chromatic Star or something? Yeah, no shot. Here, I think I'm more likely to want Eagles than Savannah. If I get a blue-white land, oh, Cloud. If I get a Skull Clamp, all right. Time to open something good. I don't have any busted opens so far, but I've got some solid cards. Let's see. There we go. Mox Sapphire. Woo. Passing Fire Covenant and Fables, so 2 good red cards. Duress, Vivi, maybe Tangler comes back. Cult Epiphany. All right, can I just get an Academy? It would be nice. No, I cannot. I think I'm taking Remand here. Hallowed Fountain is nice and it would work with Eagles, but again, I've got now 3 white cards and 5 blue cards, like I think I just take Remand. There's a Key, a Salvagers, a Marsh Flats. Yeah, Snapcaster Mage is good, but I think another Remand will be better. And then here, okay, this is a powerful pack. Again, a lot of red cards. There's Luris, which I'm not going to take. There's Arid Mesa, which I'm probably not going to take. I could take Gadgeteer. It makes a lot of artifacts for Urza. I don't have Basalt Monolith, but I could get it. I could also take Felia. It's just kind of a very good card, and I have Caracas to protect it. I think I'd rather take Felia than Forensic Gadgeteer. I could also take Raugrin Triumph or Arid Mesa. Arid Mesa. Oh, Arid Mesa does get white-blue because it gets white naturally and gets Thundering Falls for blue. Maybe I do want that. And then I could easily splash red because I'd have Arid Mesa, Sunbilliver, Thundering Falls. Yeah, that seems fine. I'll take the Arid Mesa here. And not a great pack here, but I'll just take Preordain. Passing Watery Grave, Pest Infestation is kind of unfortunate. I don't want to play against that card, but okay. So no Academy this time, though. We got Workshop, we got Saga. Oh, Mightstone and Weakstone. That was the card I wanted to wield. No, that did not happen. Not happen. There's an Echo of Eons here, which I guess is good with Narset. I don't have any way to discard him. I like it a lot less. Like, I guess Palantir kind of is a way to discard. I might just take Ghost Vacuum. I think it's a kind of solid card. And it's good against Reanimator. I passed, I think, a decent amount of Reanimator stuff to Nate. So now there's a Soul Guide. Well, just take both. Makes balance better to have all these trinkety things. There's also passing a Goryo's Vengeance and a Tidebinder. Sure. All right. Would be nice to get like one more sweet card. Where are we at now? 18 lands plus these things. So yeah, we're like a few over, but I mean, I could always just play Stern Scolding pretty easily. There's a map, but without Academy, I don't really care that much about map. I think I'll just take Bauble. Just take another 0. I don't care about Frantic Search either. All right. If I'd taken Echo of Eons, maybe I'd take Frantic Search there, but I just don't like Echo of Eons when I don't have a good way to discard it, and I don't really count Palantirs quite enough. I already have a 6 mana draw 7. Don't really need another one. And I guess the Thundering Falls probably is making it in. And here, oh, I could just take Spar's Headquarters. Then I don't need to play Thundering Falls. Not really a portal deck. I just don't think this deck's gonna need another really expensive spell that doesn't really have like a combo to get it into play. And Spar's means the Arid Mesa fetches white and blue. All right. So we kind of have a deck here. We're not getting too much else. We're not actually going to splash red despite all the good fixing. And what do we have? We have Balance. We have Upheaval, Time Spiral, Narset, Urza. Yeah, we got some powerful stuff going on. Monastery Mentor also looks pretty nice in this deck. I bet I can do some good stuff with that. And then here, I could take Pyrite. Not because it has that many combos, but it's just a cheap artifact that cycles, and then I just play like a Thundering Falls. And also Sunbiller Verge is kind of free to play. I think I like that more than Tanglewire. I'm not the biggest Tanglewire fan. I don't necessarily need to play Thundering Falls, but Sunbiller Verge is free, and maybe Thundering Falls isn't a bad thing to play either. Summon Kujata is not a 0. There's Salvagers. I have Salvagers, Pyrite, Lotus Petal. It like kind of works. Unfortunately, Voltaic Key doesn't even do anything here. I think I'm just going to hate Imperial Seal. It's just the best card. No real reason to let them have that. So right now I'm at 17 land plus a Mox and another Mox and a Petal, so I could use a few more spells. Okay, Raugrin came back. So did Council Judgment, so did Forensic Gadgeteer. So did Luris, I guess. And Lion Sash, but I have enough graveyard hate. Maybe I just take Council's Judgment. It's also just a pretty good card. Yeah, all right, I'm fine with that. I just don't think the Gadgeteer is what I wanted here. Thraben is okay, but I think I'll just hate the Uro. Hate Pride Mage. Hate Goryo's Vengeance. All right, so now this is enough. I mean, there is the map. This deck would be sick with an Academy, but still pretty good, I think. All right, I mean, I think this is easy enough. Let's see, if I put in like 4 planes and then... I think I want to play like 16, maybe 15 lands is okay. So if I do this, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue plus sapphires, 8 blue. It's probably too many white actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white plus the talisman. Yeah, I want to go one less. Oh, I got to play Eagles too. because I can get Spara's headquarters in just basic planes. Sure. Well, I want to play another land, I think. Play another island and cut Ghost Vacuum. I don't have Academy, so I'll just play the better one, which is Soul Guide. Okay, so this is 15 lands plus Eagles and Sapphires, like 17 lands with Petal and Chromox. Yeah, maybe actually I could take out one. Maybe I just put in Stern Scolding. Take out another planes because I'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 white plus Petal and Talisman. Oh, this has Expedition Map in. Hold on. I could also put Summon Kujata in. Doesn't seem terrible because I can play Thundering Falls, which it's arguable if I want to play it anyway. Because I assume I have enough red sources then pretty easily. Because Arid Mesa is 1, 2. Eagles actually doesn't get red. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, there's no real reason to do that. Maybe I just play Exercise. Well, right now this is 14 lands, 15, 16, 17 kind of lands. I guess the Chromox isn't always going to work out. Maybe I don't want Stern Scolding. And I can just play, let's see, how many blues is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10 blue plus Petal. Yeah, but I have Preordain. Remand Counterspell. Oh, Map is the card I was thinking of taking out. Maybe I take out Map. I either put in... I'll see what my team wants to say. All right, after consulting with the oracles, I think I'm just going to play the Ghost Vacuum because we know at least one of them is Reanimator. Mac hooked Martel nicely into Reanimator. Speaking of which, let's take a look at my teammates' decks here. Mac has a pretty nice red-black Reanimator deck splashing 1 blue card. It's Frantic Search. He got the Atroxa, the Animate Dead, Reanimate, Persist, Life Death from the Catacombs, also Gristlebrand, Vaultborn, Atali, Metamorphosis, with Looting, Grease Wrench, Evora, FOMO, Harvester, Tursa, in some cases Carnage Interpreter as discard outlets. Main deck Pyroblast, not bad. Not enough blue fixing for Mystical, unfortunately. Mark has a nice deck. There's a Black Lotus down here. He's got a blue-red deck with Corey Steelcutter, VV, Hull Breacher, Twister, Wheel. He has, sadly, Brain Freeze in his sideboard, but no Breach with Red Blast, Ragavan, Brainstorm, Steel Cutter, Arena of Glory. Yeah, this deck is nice. The RD unfortunately drafted green-black, but for being green-black looks pretty good. A lot of good fixing, a Mox Diamond and a Mox Pearl. Has Emperor of Bones with Necromancy for Sin. He's going to cut the Triplicate Titan for Chariot, though. One Ring, Grief, Snuff Out, Passageway Seer, a bunch of good 2s. Yeah, a lot of ways to get tempo, and I think that works out nicely. So, solid decks, not insane, but pretty good. A little light on power. We've got 2 Moxes and a Lotus, and we'll see if they can end up outmatching us on that. But I like the way our decks look. Let's get into it. All right, time for round 1, battling against Daxers here, and the card I honestly want to see most in my hand is Balance. I think that this is an incredibly messed up Balance deck, just has so many cheap things that it would be really nice to find that. Here, I'm not going to crack Petal to Animate Saga on turn 2, so I think I go Island Ghost Vacuum. Well, I'm glad I didn't play a land over this. That was the other consideration. It would have been Ghost Vacuum or Exorcise or a land. Or I guess a Kujata if I was considering that. But I'm going to go turn 1, Island, Vacuum, Petal, go. So make Inquisition of Kozilek a blank. Turn 2, Urza Saga. Turn 3, activate Saga. And then turn 4, I might make a Saga token. Obviously, it'll depend a lot on what's going on. Or I could just get like a Sapphire and cast Time Spiral. This ended up not being like the biggest ramp deck. Oh, mold to 5? All right, well. That makes Time Spiral a little less appealing for sure. But we'll see what we're playing against. If Daxers, is on an aggressive white deck, that could definitely mean I gotta fire off the Spiral. This player's a Saga, pass the turn. And hope we don't get Wastelander to Strip Mind. This game will be a lot harder if that's the case. Because... okay. Oh, Steam Vents untapped. Well, if you don't have a play here, it's not going to be great to leave mana up. It's obviously not like I'm casting a spell. Okay, and I turn Malcolm or something. Yeah, Malcolm's pretty good. I could get a Pyrite Spellbomb to kill Malcolm if I find a red source, but I don't really want to do that. All right, Malcolm on a mold of 5. I mean, it's still good, but obviously once you've mulled low, like the card selection isn't as good as raw cards because you're short on cards total, not so much that they're not good, but obviously it can still help improve your card quality, which Vintage Cube has lots of powerful stuff going on, so a lot of ways to do that. I'm leaning towards next turn to make another Saga token, and I could get Retrofitter. I could get a variety of things. Oh, Path to Exile is the worst card in your hand, and you're facing down a bunch of Saga tokens. Oh, we found the Wasteland. All right, well, I guess I'll just make a Saga token then. And Ghost Vacuum the Wasteland. All right. Well, hopefully not draw land again. Okay, Teferi. Would have been even better if I had a Saga to get a Mox here. Well, let's attack. Let's pass. Malcolm is going to hit us and do some card quality upping. The part that's unfortunate here is if I crack Petal to play Teferi, then I won't be able to play Time Spiral as the follow-up. I also would like to find an answer to Malcolm because it's ticking up towards 4 here. You can't disrupt the special ability with Ghost Vacuum. I would have loved my construct getting pathed, actually. So my best draw next turn is very clearly Mox Sapphire. If I can find that, I'll be pretty happy. The Saga Wasteland thing was a little brutal, even though it is a 1-for-1 and I got a 3/3 out of it. That's obviously a pretty good deal for me, but still, Saga's a powerful card. Guide of Souls. Okay, so this looks like a little more like White Weenie then, or like white, white red maybe, or Jeskai mid. Oh, okay. Gonna kill my construct? Sure. Well, Ghost Vacuum is gonna be pretty good here, I think. Let's draw land Teferi. Hopefully I don't get dazed. Put Malcolm away. Pass the turn. If Teferi gets burned, I've got Time Spiral in 2 turns, but I didn't want Malcolm to tick up, and I feel like this, at the very least, takes a card unless Daxter says a haster. Okay, it doesn't have a haster. Aragorn is good. The Monarch is good, but I do get to untap with Teferi here, and Ghost Vacuum, pick up Guide of Souls. All right. Draw Palantir, huh? And Eagles. None of this is that exciting. Let's just play this. Place bar as headquarters and pass the turn. I could have passed and just used the Ghost Vacuum here, but I feel like I can wait a little bit because I've got Time Spiral, which means I can do everything next turn as well. Well, these both on the bottom. Nug for 6. No. Build a Mishra's Bauble. All right, I'm at 16. I guess Teferi's going to die here is what's going to happen. I can cycle Eagles and Ghost Vacuum them end of turn. That's kind of nice. And then next turn, I get to Time Spiral and maybe use the Ghost Vacuum. Yeah, Teferi down. Can't stop that. Also, a lot of life, so the Palantir isn't going to do much yet, but that's okay. I can't tell if I want Daxers to not play anything. Oh, is this Prismatic ending? That on the Ghost Vacuum? That's unfortunate. All right. Guess I'll exile your Path. I don't really want that around. Yeah. That didn't work out great. Well, we'll just Time Spiral and maybe find balance. Who knows? Cycle, get that Plains, sure. I mean, at this point, I've got to just fire off the Time Spiral and hope Daxter's doesn't have a counterspell. Might have Malcolm. Or, I mean, has Malcolm around. Yeah, so Malcolm. All right, balance. Let's go. Oh, baby. Okay. So Daxter still is the Monarch, which obviously is unfortunate, but I think this is going to be pretty good. So let's go Preordain. Bottom. I'll put Bauble on top. So I'll go Bauble. Talisman. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, Talisman. Everflowing Chalice for 2. I think Chromox, Imprint Council's Judgment, Balance, and choose those 4 lands. Daxter's goes to 1 card in hand post Spiral here. So even though the Monarch is still there, that was pretty good. Now I can bobble, and I have a lot of mana, so I just need to find stuff to do. This is where not having Ugin hurts, but I do have Upheaval. I have Urza. Retrofitter could also do something. Discarded 5 lands and a Fury. All right, and is drawing another land. All right, pass the turn here. Palantir. Bottom. Let's see what you mill. Milled Retrofitter? Dang, that's no good. Okay, Narset is definitely something. Narset can actually help with the Monarch, so it's possible if Daxter doesn't play a good creature this turn, I could end up having Narset out to stop that. It's a shame that Retrofitter's gone, though, because I don't have another way to get it back, and it's pretty good in this deck. Oh, what are we spinning? The Palantir? Yeah. Take some counters off that. That's fine. No cards in hand now. So Flickerosp, yeah, I guess that was a pretty bad time spiral for Daxter's overall. That would have been nice earlier, but let's just go Narset, Sunbillow Verge, go, because Narset's going to get attacked by the Flicker Wisp. Palantir. I'll just bottom. Actually, hold on. Can I undo that? No, I guess not. All right, bottom. I was actually, maybe I should just keep the Pyrite, but they milled an island, so that actually worked out kind of nicely. Pyrite killing Flickerosp doesn't actually seem that impressive. Okay. It is a shame that the Soul Guide Lantern got exiled, or the Ghost Vacuum got exiled. I wonder if I should have just popped it that turn, made a 1/1. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I think I should have just kept Pyrite on and Soul Guide on top. Mill Soul Guide, I draw Pyrite. Because this turning off the Monarch is pretty nice. Let's see what I draw here. Monastery Mentor isn't bad. This is going to die, so let's just Narset now. Pick up Remand and bin a bunch of crap. Okay. Yeah, this actually could work out nicely. Hopefully Daxter doesn't have a counter in hand here or a removal spell. I did get rid of the path. All right, Palantir. And, well, bottom these. Gonna get milled for 2. Hit Urza and counterspell. Well, that was a good mill in terms of damage. Missing out on another thing. Oh, what is this? 5 mana? Oh, let's just go ahead and Stern Scolding that one. Okay, that worked out really nicely. And now getting to remand this turn and then attack and take the Monarch would be pretty nice. But Retrofitter and Urza are both gone, so this Mentor is about it. I mean, I have an Upheaval. Teferi is still around, but it is kind of a bummer to miss out on some of the big cards. Dak Faden. I'm going to remand it because I just really want to make another token. It's going to steal the Palantir probably. Assuming I don't remand into something. I guess my counterspell's already gone. Oh, Caracas. Okay. It's not nothing. All right. You can steal my Palantir. I would assume that's what's happening here. Do what I can't bounce a legendary artifact. I'm at 16. All right. Doesn't attack, though. That's interesting. So Scry. Daxter's is putting one top, one bottom. I don't think I want you to draw a card. I took 8 and build Fiery Confluence Comet. Yeah, that was still worth it. Lotus Petal. All right, let's play that. Let's trigger all these thingamajigs. Let's go to attack. Let's see. Deck. Daxers. I'm at 8. I think I just attacked Daxers with both these. You can block the Dax if you want and keep that one around. Or you can block the Mentor. Or you can block nothing. I'm at 8, but then I just wouldn't take damage off Palantir at that point. So I think I'm okay kind of with all of these configurations. What would I choose of all this? I don't even know. It kind of depends a little on what Daxter's draws and what I draw. Because there's, I think, 2 main plays. Well, there's 3, I guess. There's trade for Mentor, there's take it all, or there's keep the DAC alive. But this works out, and I become the Monarch, and I have 3 monks in play, and they're at 9. I'm going to play the Caracas, even though it obviously gives a little information away. Well, people can pull back Palantir, but I don't have a lot of win conditions after that. It's the downside of attacking with Mentor, but I kind of felt like I had to. Profs, okay. No creatures, please? Would be nice. Oh, Figure of Destiny, okay. And Daxers, I guess I'll let the Palantir... 11 cards left? Did you put any on top? 2 bottom. So how am I going to win this game? I have to bounce. I kind of have to upheaval here. I don't have to. What do I have left in my deck that can kill? I have a Teferi and a Revoker. Eesh, okay. Oh, I have an Urza Saga in my deck too. Okay. Yeah, I guess I will have you draw a card then. Trading off the Mentor didn't really work here, but I felt like if I didn't attack with Mentor, it just didn't work that well either. Oh, Teferi. Okay, so that's perfect. So now I get to go Teferi, trigger all these guys, and I just minus Teferi on Figure of Destiny. Assuming this resolves, but kind of assuming it will. And then attack for 6 here. And hope Daxers doesn't have anything. All right, you're at 3 now. And I draw a card end of turn. I don't have that much that's live. Like, I have Pyrite. I'm working my way down to that Pyrite Spellbomb. And then now, next turn I get to draw and then draw off to Fairy. Any spell that triggers these things is good. Let's see, how many lands do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. So I have 4 lands left out of 9 cards. Oh, no plays. Okay, so just going to hope that the Palantir finds something. Well, I'm definitely not taking damage off this one. I will allow Daxers to draw a card. Yes, you can draw a card. If it's an instant that deals with these monks, then... Oh, it is. It's something. 5 mana. It's not Solitude again. What is this? Instant speed, end of turn. A Cult Epiphany, maybe? Oh, Mystic Confluence, bounce all 3 monks. Okay. And Burst Lightning the Teferi? Okay. All right, well, I drew Urza Saga. That's definitely the best thing I could have here. Actually, should I Upheaval Saga? It's possible that maybe that's better. I guess we'll see what Daxers does this turn. I get the Palantir back, which is also funny. Still has Prismatic Ending around, but that doesn't actually affect the Saga too much. It's going to play Figure this turn. The Figure is actually kind of annoying regardless. Prismatic Ending the Chalice. Sure. No plays? Okay. Oh, probably put the Figure on the bottom. 6 cards. I mean, I guess I could continue looking. Palantir. Put one on the top, one on bottom last time. I don't have a lot more moves yet left in my deck. Daxter still has Wasteland in deck. One top, one bottom. Yeah, you can draw a card. Soul Guide Lantern. Does that do anything? It doesn't really. I'll play Pentad Prism for 2. I literally don't have anything left in my deck. Play a Soul Guide Lantern, I guess, because why not? Sure, we'll hit Comet, Stellar Pup. I don't think it matters. Basically, Boros, Splashing, Mystic Confluence, Aragorn, and yeah, if you got the fixing, you got the fixing. All right. Let's pass the turn here. I'm all in on this Saga. Pyrite's so close. I kind of feel like if I wait, though, and Daxter hits Wasteland, it's horrible for me. Joshua Phoenix is dominant. Okay. Well, I have Caracas, so that's actually not that big of a deal. I guess Daxter's just going to look for this Wasteland. Decking is like... I was discarding an Othari. Is not nothing. Caracas doing work. Hopefully he put the Wasteland on the bottom at some point and doesn't have any access to it. Parallax Wave? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna die by 1 point of damage here. Is that what's going on? I'm at 8. Well, does Daxter's have 8 mana? How many lands does he got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 3 lands left out of those 5 cards, and the other 2 cards have to add up to 8. The problem is if I make a token, I can't win by damage anymore. And even Upheaval does not do anything. Though maybe I should have Upheavaled before playing Saga. All right. Nice. I didn't die. I got Palantired and milled Voice of Victory, those, and then passed the turn. So the untap, I mean, I guess I can make a Saga token. It doesn't really matter. I've never decked someone with Palantir before. But here we are. Yeah, you Parallax Wave it. It's fine. And yeah. Oh, the Wasteland was exiled. Sorry, I was worried about that for no reason. Here we go. Boom, and that's a way to win a game. Okay, sideboard. Exorcise kills. I mean, it kills Parallax Wave, Profs, Aragorn. That's about it. I kind of want Summon Kujata. I feel like I could use a little bit more action here. And I think I can take out, well, I kind of like both Soul Guide and Ghost Vacuum. I could take out Revoker. It's just going to be really bad against Burst Lightning. Doesn't have that many things to revoke. All right. Let's get in there. All right. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to mulligan this hand. Didn't have anything to do with the Kujata, though. It's okay. You know what? Balance is good post-mulligan. Yeah, this is a good hand. I'm going to keep it, and I guess I'll put Teferi back. I can't put Soul Guide back. I think I've got to keep my Cyclers. And can I just draw the Mox here? Mox Sapphire? Anyone? Island? Well, I know that I'm hitting my 3rd land, so I kind of don't want to play Mishra's Bauble because I can play it post-Mentor, but I think I should play the Soul Guide. So let's just go Island Soul Guide and see what we face here. Okay, looks like a 2-drop. And Wasteland is very annoying. Oh, just passing with Malcolm up, I guess. No, Voice of Victory, sure. Do you want to draw with Soul Guide? I think so. Because play the Saga, play Pyrite, and still keep that Bauble in hand. Hopefully I don't get Wastelanded here. I feel like with 2 cantrip artifacts, I'm okay to draw with 1, especially since I've got a bauble coming too. Unclear if I'm gonna mentor. I mean, I guess I'm probably just gonna use her as a saga next turn. I'm getting hit for 3 here. Daxter's, I feel like, does have Malcolm in hand, because I was considering maybe not playing voice that last turn, but who knows. Dak Fading's really annoying too. Don't like playing against that one. Okay, pass. Pass with Malcolm up. Yep. Oh, now I drew the Mox. Okay. Huh. So it wasn't actually that great of a turn to draw it. But actually, you know what it does? It lets me go Caracas, Mox, and still bounce. And this is just cast spells, right? And still bounce the Malcolm here. Yeah, all right. Oh, Mox is still great. And Voice of Victory can't even attack here without a removal spell. Well, all right. Block. Bounce the Malcolm. Is this Fiery Confluence or something here? Or, oh, Flicker Wisp on the construct. Sure. That does not bother me, honestly. All right, let's draw. Yeah, we got to make a token here. Make a token. I think I just want to get Retrofitter Foundry, play a land, and pass the turn. I can make Retrofitter token, and then next turn I can finally play this Mentor, or I'll just play Urza, and then I'll play the Bauble, and who cares about the Mentor? The Mentor did save me last game. I mean, it took the Monarch, which kind of ended up being bad because it was a decking race, but it almost killed them, so... And it killed the Flicker Wisp and a Dak. Yeah, Mentor was good. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not that worried about that, though. Obviously, Fiery Confluence is a huge concern. Make a servo. Draw. Just play the Bauble, I think. Let's play Urza. See what happens. Nice. Let's play Palantir. And send, and I can make a 1/1 token anytime here. And I will probably make a 1/1 flying token to block the Flicker Wisp. Also, Daxter's is not, oh yeah, sure, is not going to be able to, if you mill the Eagles, yeah, down to 4. Eagles of the North doing some work. I just have to not die to Fiery Confluence here, which I can do by making a flying Thopter token with my servo, and then I think Daxter's is pretty cooked. Do I block the Malcolm or the Flicker Wisp? I guess I probably block Flicker Wisp. Well, maybe I just block the Malcolm. This is not gonna be too many turns left here. All right, and you're gonna go attack. I mean, you got to attack with both to have a shot this game, I feel like. So let's make a flyer. I think even though I have Caracas out, I think I'm going to block the Malcolm here because I don't think the difference between 10 and 9 is very big, but letting Daxter see another card seems pretty bad. I guess I could die to some really wild Comet rolls, but no, that's a Desperation Profs, and boom, we got round 1. You love to see it. All right, round 2 against Martel here, who's on Reanimator. Oh, yeah, this hand is good. He's got Sneak, Torsten, Archon, Corpse Dance, so got to watch out for those things. I'm going to start with Spar's Headquarters and Petal here. I could just turn to a Narset. I mean, it doesn't sound terrible. He does have Bowmasters as well, which is unfortunate, is 2. Yeah, let's just fire off Narset and start using it here. Okay, Palantir, Retrofitter. I think it's early enough that I just take Palantir because I have a Workshop. So next turn I can go Workshop Palantir. And then And I also just don't really have the mana to really fully use Retrofitter here, so. And Stern Scolding I'm not taking. Though, if he has Bowmasters, that's a little unfortunate. All right, Sylvan Caryatid, so he may be threatening to sneak next turn. Finding a counter wouldn't be bad. That's a counter. Workshop, Palantir, go. And with Counterspell up that he knows about, it's face up, but that's okay. So I could put them both on top. He takes one off Milling Preordain and I draw Urza's Saga. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Oh, he let me draw them. Even better. They didn't cost anything. He thought I was setting him up with that Eagles of the North. But, I mean, I'm fine just doing nothing over here, if that's what he wants to do. Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Oh, that's so good because next turn, I could play Saga here, but I think I'm just, well, maybe I let him loot once. No, I'm just not going to let him loot. Bounce Jace and play Pyrite here. Saga can wait. Saga can wait. And then bottom. Oh, good surveils on that Palantir there. Mill, Island Mox. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't need those anyway. Kind of getting value over time here. I don't think I cycle Pyrite because I have this Pentad Prism. At some point I might want to use it. Kills a Bowmasters, for example. And it's not like I need a random card right now because I'm fine wasting 2 mana every single turn to keep Counterspell up, honestly. Like, Martell wants to do nothing. I'm happy enough. Next turn I can even go like Saga, play Pentad Prism, and then I can still Counterspell like using like one of the Prism counters, that sort of thing. Feels like I got good moves here. Okay. Bone Shards, my Narset. Okay. Jace, okay. Just draw. Get this Urza Saga down. Bounce the Jace. I actually don't want to play Pentad Prism because then I'll have to use both the counters if I use it, so. Let's just ship the turn here. Does he have another Surveil? He does, nice. Okay, and you liked it too. Balance and Council's Judgment. I'll put Council's Judgment on top. Milled Judgment, Mentor. All right. I feel like milling for 3 wasn't so bad. Concealing Curtains. Okay. He's just going to take the counterspell if he flips it. So I might as well make him do it. And I get to draw a card. I mean, it does get a 3/4, but that doesn't really bother me too much. The Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's cycle it because I don't mind getting balance back in the mix. And I also could find Remand or one of like my bigger cards. Let's see. Remando's nice. All right. So now I'm going to use the Saga. Let's go Island. Play Pentad Prism for 2. And pass the turn. I might end. There's a pretty good chance I do have to end up burning both counters, but I think that's fine. Bottom, top. I don't care if he mills Teferi or gives me Teferi. He's getting to the point where he can't mill just willy-nilly. He's kind of start giving me these cards, I think. And I can make a 4/4 token, but obviously it'll grow a little bit next turn. And this Arid Mesa doesn't have a whole lot left to get. Is this sneak attack? Name Sticker Goblin. Oh, okay. Pirate Spellbomb your name sticker. That was a nice way to use that turn, I feel like. Because then I don't need... It makes me a little weaker against Bowmasters, but I think that's okay. Demonic Tutor, all right. So he could have Sneak already in hand. He might have been planning on tutoring for it. Let's just make a token. Time Spiral would be a nice one to find. Chrome Mox, huh? Do I make a token here or not? So if I make a token, I can cast a fairy if I Chrome Mox. Yeah, it sounds pretty good to make a token then. I guess I get Retrofitter. If I had Mox Sapphire left, I probably would get it because then I wouldn't have to Chrome Mox Preordain, but I think it's worth it. And I guess I just attack. If he attacks Teferi with his Revealing Eye, I don't really care that much. Oh, I could also get like a Soul Guide or a Ghost Vacuum. Yeah, that's probably better. Kind of think Ghost Vacuum is more powerful here. Planes, Mox, Imprint Preordain, Teferi, draw, bobble. If I had Swift Foot Boots, I could have won right now. And then untap Sparas and Caracas here. Palantir. Sure, I'll put these both on top. I mean, he has to let me draw here. There's just no other chance. And then I've got Upheaval back up. Sneak. Remand. And that doesn't literally win the game, but it's going to ultimately win the game. Yeah. All right. All right. So let's take a look. Exercise kills Sneak. Oh, that was my deck. Kills Sneak. Kills big things if they're in play. Let's see. I'm just gonna look. He's got like a Moloch as well. I mean, I like. And Stern Scolding does counter Name Sticker, Bowmaster, Jace. And there's also Kujata. I think I'm gonna keep. Maybe I just take out Revoker again. Yeah. I just hate Revoker when they have easy ways to kill it. I think I should main deck it because, like, I don't know, it feels fine in this deck. Cheap artifact is decent, but when they just have like Bone Shards and Bowmasters, and Bowmasters especially, I have no really good targets for it except Revoker. Okay, on the draw here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand because this hand is the nuts. Turn 1, Saga, Mox, Retrofitter, go. Turn 2, make a Saga token. And there's no window to play Prism. See, here's where, I mean, I like Prism a lot, and it's extremely good with Urza. Here's where a Talisman would have been better, because I got to go Saga, Mox, Talisman, Retrofitter. It wouldn't have really changed turn 2 a whole lot, but would have been good. And Tom is mulliganing to what depths? Oh, we'll find out. That would be 5. All right, and he didn't surveil a creature into the graveyard, which is nice. Saga. It's all such a beating when they open on Saga because you just know they have some sort of busted acceleration. And Tom, I think, is more likely to have discard than removal for that Mox, though he did not have either. There's Stern Scolding, huh? Let's just play Plains and pass the turn here. And we're going to fire off Saga token into probably like Soul Guide or Ghost Vacuum, something along those lines. Urza Saga is a messed up card. I mean, maybe he has something here. Guess we'll see. No. Draw. Make another Saga token. So we have Fire Covenant. That would be pretty good. It would kill 2 tokens. Yeah, it looks like that's what he does, maybe. Oh, no, I guess not. Ghost Vacuum or Soul Guide? I'm going to get one of the two. I don't really feel like I should get anything else. Yeah. I guess I'll get Ghost Vacuum because I'm probably not cantripping to draw a card. I'm just going to play my island so I have Stern Scolding up and then attack for 5. And I'll Stern Scolding a Bowmasters if he plays one. Okay, he did not. Well, he didn't. Yeah, he could also play it on a turn. Yeah, Stern Scolding that. He just doesn't have that many targets for it in the deck, so there's not really a reason to wait, I don't think. It's not like Bowmasters does that much here, and I don't think that we saw Tom had a draw 7, but it provides a bunch of chump blockers for these. Oh, now he's going to Fire Covenant. All right. Ghost Vacuum the Bowmasters. Well, Retrofitter is going to be a pretty big problem now, I would say. So let's go Pentad Prism for 2. Sunbillow Verge and pass to activate Retrofitter. And I want to keep max counters on Prism so I can upheaval. Okay, no sneak there was nice. Make an idiot. Oh, Ghost Vacuum, Fire Covenant. Maybe I shouldn't, though. I mean, I don't know. Spara's Headquarters. So right now I'm just going to pass, I think, because I can just make a 4/4 now. All right, easy enough. All right, I'm for round 3, playing for the 3-0 against Mr. Triple Mox Nate over here. It's gonna make my balance a lot worse too. What do we think about this one? Doesn't look that good. Even if I preordain into lands, it's like these cards don't do that much. I think I can mulligan. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep this and I think put back Time Spiral. I'm on the draw too, so I can go turn 1, cycle Eagles for Spara's Headquarters. Turn 2, play a tap land. I mean, this isn't a good hand either, but I think it's better than 5. At least Nate's also mulliganing, so. Hey, mulled to 4. So my opponent's mulled to 5, 4, 4. All right, well. Oh, okay. That's actually kind of nice because if turn 2 he plays a thing, I can Stern Scolding. Nope, it didn't work. Well, that's a good way to come back from a mulligan, huh? Land. I'm just going to pass with Counterspell up. It's like kind of weak, but what am I going to do? I also can Urza next turn here. Okay. Miss on land, please. All right, hit Delighted Halflings. Probably not keeping that one. They can hit me for 5. Make a map. Yeah, all right. Map token, draw land. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to see. Umazawa's GTA. I guess I will counterspell that because that would be annoying. Pass with Remand up so I can try to hit my 4th land drop. Let's see what he's got. Skull Clamp? Okay. I could Remand it, but I feel like that doesn't really do that much for me. Basically, if he draws another spell, I'll Remand it. I'm going to take some damage here. And I don't think I just want to cycle Remand. Because what I might do if I draw a land is I could play Revoker on Skull Clamp here. He hit a land. Yeah, he's hidden nicely. That's not generally how you'd want to tap that, but take my turn. Pass the turn. Just gonna lose to a Mold of 4. It's good beats, I guess. I take 4 here down to 5. And next turn it's lethal. Didn't equip Skull Clamp. Okay. Just got moves. Okay, well that I do get to Remand. And just passes. Land, I guess I'll play Urza now, and he's going to have a counter up now. No? All right. Ophelia. He did it at the right timing, so I couldn't Stern Scolding it. Yeah, I'm just dead, actually. Wow. Beats me on a Mold of 4. Classic Nate Dogs. Well, I do want Exorcise in, and I don't really want Soul Guide, I don't think. And I kind of want Kujata, I feel like. Put this in, take out an island. I think I'll just take out Ghost Vacuum. It just didn't really seem like it does much against him. All right, let's get in there. All right, well, I'm on the play. And I have to mulligan again. Oh, nice, a Kujata. I guess actually that's the card I'll just put back, because I'm just going to go turn 1 Workshop Palantir. And he does have Pest Infestation in his deck, which is annoying. Keep Kujata. He's also mulling here. That last game, obviously, I went on the play because I just get to Stern Scolding the Noble. Well, I guess I wouldn't have had that in my opening hand. I don't know. I would have gotten to at least do something. Maybe Counterspell. Bottom. All right. Mill Eagles. Let's fly, Eagles, fly. Thundering Falls. That's my red source for Kujata, though I guess I have a Petal in hand. Sylvan Safekeeper, yep. Draw, land. Oh, I can go Petal. And I can Retrofitter off the Saga. So I could use the Retrofitter this turn, or I could cast Remand. I don't really want to do either. Bottom, top. Let me just take 9. All right. Well, now he's got to probably start letting me draw some cards off Palantir. So I like that. Chromatic Star, you got it. Do I want to trade a Lotus Petal for a Sylvan Safekeeper? I think so. I don't need Petal very much in my hand, so. And he's got a bunch of equipment in his deck and Nadu, so let's just do that. Draw, land, pass the turn here. Still don't really want to shuffle. Bottom. Okay, I drew planes. All right, I'm going to get to remand that and then start doing some retrofittering. Mostly the workshop is just cast Palantir, and it's been pretty good. I only have 1 on top land left because I drew that planes. That's funny. 1 was enough. Everflowing Chalice would be nice, though. Urza Saga is not bad. Nice. Very nice. Pass the turn here. Palantir. Bottom. I'm just going to bottom Counterspell. It just doesn't do anything for me right now. Oh, that's actually going to be good with Kujata here. All right. What you got? Sentinel, sure. And no other plays. Okay. Make a servo. Let's draw. Now, land, bobble. I could make a Saga token. I could play Teferi, but then I can't make a Saga token. I think I'd rather just make a Saga token. Pass the turn, because I'm already even Palantiring. Bottom. Oh, actually, we'll put Chalice on top because I have this workshop, and I feel like it's kind of a nice draw here. Oh, he milled. Okay. Sure. I mean, I think he probably just wanted to look at more cards or something. I don't even know. Saw basically the whole deck. Okay, so here. Yeah, I like my Kujata plan. I'm going to keep it in there. All right, maybe it's the first game nobody mulligans. Well, I guess I'm not going to. He made Nate some mold, and he's rolled a 4, 6, and maybe 6 again here, maybe 5. I don't know. Probably not 4. This hand is not incredible, and if he opens on a Mox, the balance is worse. If he opens on 2 Mox, the balance looks really bad. But he is a creature deck, so balance still has some value, of course, and it's not good against equipment either, or Innkeeper's Talent. He just has a lot of permanents in his deck where balance doesn't count them, which obviously makes the impact of it a lot less bad. He rolled a 5. All right. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually pretty nice, this Talisman. So let's go graveyard that, pass the turn. Because what I want to do is go Talisman into Chalice Balance or something like that. Okay. That's the way I lost the other game. Talisman. And I just need to draw Mox on my turn. Okay. Well, and this even gets to explore because it's a warrior. Let's see what I do here, huh? Milled Mightstone. He's playing Mightstone and Weakstone. That's funny. And that's on top now. Okay. Palantir. So what is my plan? So if I go, he has 2 cards in hand. So if I balance, I'd play my land, I'd play Chalice, and I'd cast Balance, and I'd keep like Urza Kujata, or I could just play Urza into Kujata, but that doesn't even do that much. Let's go Island. I wish I could play this for 2 and play Balance, but unfortunately I cannot. Cast it for 1. Oh, that actually wasn't even the right land to play. Oh, actually, maybe it was, because I don't really need... I'm just going to keep Urza and Kujata and just see what goes on there. No, I should have cracked Mesa and had a Plains in there instead. Okay. He's drawing Mightstone and Weakstone, which he now can't cast this turn. He gets to Lost Well. He could scry it away. I mean, if I draw a land next turn and play Kujata, it looks incredible. But the thing is, I don't think keeping a land over Urza is worth it, especially since he has like Pest Infestation in his deck that can maybe kill it. Okay. He bottomed them both. That's funny. Okay. Not Strip Mine, please. Oh my god. I really want to draw a land this turn. Not enough to cash in at Urza, I didn't think, but a land would be nice. Well, if he gets Strip Mine, I guess I get to play Urza. Looks like he's deciding on maybe like a Surveil land or something. I don't know what cool lands he's got in his deck. Gaia's Cradle, perhaps? Wouldn't be crazy in his deck. And because if I play this, it kills the Sowing Mycospawn and attacks for 7. Oh, he did get Strip Mine. Well, I'm really glad I kept Urza then, because it would be a disaster if I didn't. All right, well, let's go Urza. Play the Workshop. Pass the turn. I mean, if he doesn't pump the Mycospawn with those map tokens, I feel like... Oh, is he considering going to the arena? Forcing Urza to attack? That'd be funny. You know what's funny is I still can't cast Kujata. I need to draw a land or a 0 mana, or actually almost any artifact, because the Workshop can cast them. I guess if I miss, I'll spin Urza. So he is going to make the Urza battle. Okay. And what? And Umezawa's Jite and equip and say go. Okay, land. Land. Oh, Mox works. Oh, I just don't imprint. Kujata. Kujata. No, I don't think I will. Kujata. Kujata. Boom. Taste it. Oh, actually, I don't want to yield to this turn because I'm about to get a land I can play off of what's it called? The initiative. This has to attack and this will attack. Take 8. And now Nate's probably just dead next turn because he can play a creature and then 3 creatures can't block and I attack for 1,000,000. There we go. There we go. Play this Plains. Pass the turn. And I'm getting to Forge too. Oh, that is money. That is money. Boom. And that's the match. 3-0, baby. Honestly, I didn't think this was like a 3-0 deck, especially against pretty stiff competition. Like Daxers and Nate and Sam are all incredible. And then they also had Martel. But actually, Martel is actually kind of goated at team draft. He's one of my top 5 team drafters. But a little bit of luck, little bit of skill, a little bit of milling them out with Palantir and siding in Kujata and having it work out. Yeah, all right, we take those. I would say this is like a 7 out of 10 artifact deck. It has a Sapphire, which is great. Urza Saga was maybe the best it's been for me in a long time. If you saw those games, it was just incredible. But that also speaks to how the deck didn't have like an Academy nut draw. It wasn't the best workshop deck. It did have Urza, Spiral, Upheaval, an okay retrofitter. Remand, Counterspell, Balance are all very good. I've been enjoying the re-edition of Mentor into the Cube. It's been fun. But didn't really end up long on playables. And it was just an okay deck. But had some good draws. Had a lot of turn 1 Palantirs off Workshop. Let's take a look at the draft, see what I could have done differently. So pick one, pack one. Urza versus Ugin. I still, and Animate Dead, but I still think Urza is better than Ugin. They're both very good though. I really like Ugin. Pick 2, I think it's an easy balance. The other alternative path is to take Animate Dead here. I wouldn't do it almost ever because I just don't value the Reanimator deck all that much. And Mac, I think, is going to 0-3 with his Reanimator deck, which is a shame. If he hit Atraxa drawing 2 cards twice. I think I've done that once my entire life. Once he hit 9 lands and a creature. So can't really defeat that. Though, if you do take Animate, probably take Mystical Tutor here or maybe Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Either way, happy with Saga into balance or Urza into balance. I stand by Counterspell over Force with these 2 cards. Blue-red Tempo might take Force and Negation. More assertive decks want that and with higher blue counts, but the artifact deck sometimes has 6 blue cards in it, and I just think Counterspell ends up playing better in that deck than Force. It uses a defensive Counterspell pretty nicely. I wouldn't really consider anything else. The Animate deck obviously takes Crystalbrand. Here I took the Workshop, but also this wasn't that strong of a pack. What was I supposed to take? The Animate deck would take Vaultborn and be like pretty happy, I guess. Palantir ended up working out really well, and then there's my boy Kujata for round 3. Pretty easy Spiral. I even wheeled Pentad Prism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was like Pentad Prism Draycatcher came back or something. I don't know. Crazy. I like the Chalice. Late Moloch though. Thundering Falls over Pyrokinesis felt pretty good. The Revoker pick was fine. Sunbilliver's pick ended up fine. Hated a Deathclaw. Took Ramanov. Yeah. Pentad Prism. Oh yeah. Crater Maker was that thing. Pretty weak pack. I think I like Chrome Mox there. I mean, there is some small chance of taking Miscalc. The other thing is I don't really like passing Chrome Mox. It's a really strong card. There's some decks that utilize it really well, even if the artifact deck, it's just okay. But if you notice, I just had Urza out, so I just played the Mox and did an imprint, and that was fine. Had to take Retrofitter based on where I was. Double Blast in the pack. Chromatic Star, which I would have liked. I love Chromatic Star. And Borrower. Easy Saga pick over nothing really. And then Caracas, Upheaval, Petal. Late Petal. I think I just like Petal more than most people, but I do find it to be pretty good. I like the Narset pickup. Teferi was good. Mentor was good. Yeah, this all ended up pretty solid. And then I opened a Sapphire. Took Remand over Snappy, which worked out. Arid Mesa over Felia kind of didn't work out. Maybe I should have taken Felia. This probably was a bad pick. Felia is a really strong card, and I didn't have that much white. And it's not like Arid Mesa was like amazing fixing anyway. I had Caracas, which is good with Felia. Felia Urza Saga is not even that bad of a combo. I think it was non-land. Okay, well, it is not a great combo then. And then Preordain, I think, is easy there. I like the Ghost Vacuum over Echo Vion's pick. I like the Soul Guide pick there. Take Bauble, take Spara's. Pirate was kind of nice. Hated Imperial Seal, which ended up not even being that good because Nate wasn't playing black. Council's Judgment, I think, was good. Nate would have definitely played. I liked hating Pride Mage. All right. Solid deck, solid draft. Good matches, or the results ended up being nice. And I got to deck Daxters with my own Palantir. That was pretty fun. So that'll do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed this detour into nice artifact decks. We're currently down 4-5, so hope my team picks up the pace, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'll be coming back tomorrow with another draft. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.